everyone, welcome to enjoy our online show. My name is Rachel.
My name is Hazel.
Welcome.
Welcome.
First, I'd like to introduce our company to you. Our company name is Hangzhou Prostar, and located in Hangzhou City since 2004. We're committed to providing the products of construction, electric wiring system. The main product is electric conduit and accessories such as EMT conduit, rigid conduit, IEC conduit, and some smart channel accessories. Many products have passed the international certificate such as UL certificate, FM certificate, BS, and C, and ISO. Our brand is PST. On my back is the PST logo. It's well known in the domestic industry and in the worldwide. Today, we will introduce the IEC 61386 standard products for you, and which standard is famous in Chinese market. This is our catalog. This is our catalog. You can see it includes the EMT conduit, rigid conduit, flexible conduit, strut channel, and some accessories. First, let's begin. Let's talk about the details of each part and show you how to install. Welcome my colleague Hazel to introduce the EMT conduit and accessories to you.
Okay, here, this is the EMT conduit. EMT tubes is electrical. EMT tubes is electrical metallic tube. It's a thin wall steel tubing with galvanized. It's much lighter and easier to work with a rigid tube, but does not provide the same amount of protection. EMT is not needed to be threaded as it can be used with the various different type of connection fittings. We range in sizes in these fittings from 16 millimeters to 15 millimeters. We can do print on the tubes your request here. You can see here the printing. And we use the plastic woven bags for packing. Here I will show our pictures, the woven bags packing. And it's very common in industrial applications to protect electrical wires and cables. Here we have EMT airball. It's 90-degree airballs. They have transferred the ends to make sure it doesn't hurt your fingers. Here we have it is transferred during the wire pulling. They have used to connect airball to tubes in a corner. You can use the coupling here. You can use a coupling here to connect the EMT tubes. Here we have the 32 millimeters. Like this. We just need to buy this coupling to connect them easily. We're ranging the sizes from 20 millimeters to 50 millimeters. And now we're going to move on to the EMT connectors. The first row here is the first row. Here is the EMT connector. We will see the EMT couplings here. There are 3 different types. You can see. If you look at the physical characteristics, this one has some raised ridges here, and this one is smooth. This one has some ridges here, is zinc die-cast coupling, and the smooth one is the steel set screw coupling. There are all-head screws here, which we would use set screwdriver to screw in to tightly fits against the EMT tubing. We range the sizes in 16 millimeters to 20 millimeters to 50 millimeters. And the smooth one is the steel set screw coupling. We ranging sizes in from 16 millimeters to 50 millimeters. Why would I choose one over the other one? The die-cast one is used primarily down by coastal area, but not outside. It's still used in the inside, but coastal area, the salt water, it tends to corrode the fittings faster. So die-cast would help with that. And I will show you how to install them. We use the 25 millimeters here. Just use the steel one. We use a screwdriver to tight. To tight the coupling and with the air valve. They are used on EMT as well. They are used in damp location as well as drying. It's a tighter, sturdier connection. If a raceway subjected to vibration moving around, it will hold it tighter and make sure it doesn't come apart. And I will show you how to install it too. This one. 3/4装不下哎，算了，过了，违反你的展示。Okay, sorry, we don't have the tubes here. And now I will introduce the connectors here. This one is a zinc die-cast set screw coupling. We can see the raised ranges here too. It's the same as the zinc die-cast couplings. And here it's the smooth one. It's the steel set screw connector, and it's zinc die-cast comprehension connector. They have used to junction box through into a panel. Next part, my colleague Rachel will show you the rigid tubes and its fittings. Rachel.
Thanks, Hazel, give us detail showing. Now I will introduce the rigid conduit for everyone. This is the rigid conduit. On my hand, this is a rigid conduit. It is a very simple type of conduit with hot dip galvanized. It is considered one of most durable and rigid type of electric conduit that used today. On one hand, this is a rigid conduit coupling, and on the other hand, it's a plastic cap. It's in order to protect the thread from damage when transporting. The thread is the metal thread, and with single print in order to avoid the corrosion. Inside, we also move the weld type. Look inside, we move the weld line for each pieces. The size we have from 20 mm to 110. Sometimes we will use an elbow to finish it in the hollow place. This is the rigid elbow, and the regular angle is 90 degrees. High quality also made in hot dip galvanized, and the range is the same as the rigid conduit, 20 mm to 110. On my hand, this coupling, the material is rigid conduit coupling. It is also usually used to connect two rigid conduit or rigid conduit to the elbows. Now I will how to connect this. I will show you to connect a rigid conduit to an elbow, for example. Almost finished like this. For the next step, how to connect the rigid conduit to the boxes. Now we will use the hub. On my hand, we have zinc hub, and we have another type of hub is made of zinc alloy. This shape is not like the American standard. The inner thread is the motive thread is suitable for the rigid conduit thread. And for this hand will connect with a box like this. Also, there is a IEC conduit bushing and lock nut. This is the bushing. It makes zinc, and the size will print on the top, 50 mm, 40 mm, and we will use the lock nut. Look at the lock nut. It is made of steel and zinc plate. The thread is the same. Also, there is an adapter. The adapter is used for inner thread it is a motive thread, and the outside is an NPT thread.
Let's move on the flexible conduit here. There are many different sizes and fittings that that can be used to, which makes it very versatile for many different applications. It's not intended for areas that will be exposed to direct sunlight, as these can be degraded the material over time. For most part, this one, the PVC is a great option for the majority of underground scenarios, and is commonly used to industrial, commercial, and residential environment. We have metallic liquid tight flexible conduit here too. And this is a little bit more robust. It has inner lining. Let's see here. The lining here. Inner lining of metal which protect it from physical damage based on the installation, whether it's inside or outside. You would use for your installation the connectors for liquid tight come in many variations. We have here a straight connector, and we have here the 90-degree connectors, which is made of zinc. So based on your applications, you can choose it. You can choose it one that works best for you. Now I will show you how to install the PVC coated flexible conduit connectors. Here we have a 25 millimeters PVC coated flexible conduit, and this is a 25 millimeters straight connector. We will take off the bushing of the connector here, and then the watertight gland and the ferrule. We start by taking the bushing and sliding it into the conduit. And next, we will take the watertight gland. And then the ferrule. It is going to be threaded into the connector. Once it catches the internal thread of the conduit, then you can take the inside of your connector to tighten. Then to ensure tight fitting, you're gonna slide your bushing up and tighten it up. And you can use your tools to tighten it to ensure that your fitting are tightly secure together. The next fittings, we have a coupling here. So in the field that you transition from one raceway to the other. For example, we would transition from a PVC coated flexible conduit to EMT tubing. We can use this coupling to connect them together. Here I will show you how to install it too. The same way, we take off the bushing here and the watertight gland and the ferrule. The first part, we slide in the bushing and the watertight gland and the ferrule. 拧不进去，尴尬了。可以换个机。It's 25 millimeters. Now we'll take 25 millimeters EMT tube. And we can use a screwdriver to tighten these screws. Down here. And we have a combination coupling here. We have it's from PVC coated flexible conduit to rigid metal conduit. You can see the thread here. This way is the same way to the PVC flexible conduit. This way is for the rigid conduit. It's the similar installation ways. Here we have 20 millimeters PVC coated flexible conduit, and we take it's all the same way. Take the bushing, the gland, and the ferrule. First thing is slide the bushing and the gland and the ferrule. Down here, and the other side we need a rigid. We need a rigid elbow. It's the same as the rigid conduit. We just need to thread them in. And you can use your tools to tighten them. Down here. It's simple. Next, we will let Rachel to show you the channels and the other clamps fittings.
Hello, I will give a brief introduction of the Bahas. The first one, the Gaha is the smallest one and the most used in the Chinese market. The local size is 16 and 20. For this one, it is ankle, and for this one, the ankle is very smooth. So different type, you can choose which one you need. The second is the 100 by 65 by 65. And this one, 100 by 100 and by 65. The lock nut is the same, 20 mm to 25 mm. For this step, we both can make it pre-galvanized and the hot dip galvanized. I put the two materials together, you can see the difference. This one is the hot dip galvanized and this one is the pre-galvanized. You can see the difference is this one is without any nut. And look at the for this hot dip galvanized and with the nut 20 mm to 25 mm. So different requirement, different environment meet your different requirement. If you have any other demands, you can contact us. For more bigger size, you can find it on my catalog. For next time, I will introduce some channels. With the channels, we can see the channels without any hole. That it is because in the chilling market they use this type without any hole. Usually the hot dip galvanized is famous, and this one is cheaper. It's made in electric galvanized. Also we have pre-galvanized, but the hot dip galvanized is the most used. Also, for the IEC channel, we'll use the IEC clamp. The clamp is 20 mm to 110 mm. Used for the IEC clamp. It's very smooth. For next, we introduce another one. This is the RC clamp. The RC clamp will have two types. This is electric galvanized and white zinc plate, and this one is the yellow zinc plate. For the yellow zinc plate, we also have the IEC RC clamp for this channel. Yeah, it's very smooth too. For the different quality, the price is different. Usually we have 1.5. The thickness we have 1.5 thickness and 1.2. And the last one is the real dim. This also used in the Chile market. It's very famous. This is the PPJ connector. It is used for connect the flexible steel to the gas. Now I will show how to install the connector. First, this box is 100 by 65 and this is the power and with a gasket. First, we need to broken the lock nut. I will choose the size is 20 and I will choose another. Choose a 20 mm connector to install. For the DPJ, there is a lock nut. We need to loosen the lock nut. And put it into the bracket and screw on the lock nut. So like this, it will be finished. Okay, the next I will give you a brief install of the connector of EMT. This one is the EMT connector and push in. It is the same as the flexible conduit. We first need to take off the knob nut and put this hand to the box. Screw on the knob nut. It's very easy to install, especially like this. That's all for today's showing. For more detailed information, you can join us Wednesday. Thank you very much for your visiting. See you next time.
See you.